And welcome back. Time for our segment we call News from the Left, and a major about-face from a very Trump-friendly program. Fox and Friends for years was the president's favorite show, but this morning the host's really laying into the president.
It's November 3rd when we got the verdict by November 5th. The president's behavior has been terrible. It has cost him 2 Senate seats. We know that for sure. It cost his party the majority in the Senate. We know that for certain. We also could say this about the president of the United States. He honestly believes to every fiber of his being that he actually won this election. The problem is his legal team has not had any success at all proving that, which is why Richard Nixon in the 1960s folded his tent, why Al Gore made a speech and said, even though I think I won, it's time for a peaceful transition of power. The president didn't do that.
All right, there was more to come after that. Listen to this question and commentary, which came about a half hour later.
Should the president of the United States go on TV today, go down the briefing room today and make a statement?
Yeah, I don't think you could ever talk enough in these situations, and the president needs to speak out and on live television condemn what he saw yesterday, concede this election, and move the country forward, Steve.
I think that's a great idea. Maybe he's watching.
Yeah.
All right, Fox and Friends off the Trump train, it would seem, and that is something to see. All right, other news we got here. You've probably seen by now that Donald Trump, the president, has been banned from certain social media platforms. It's pretty clear that this is industry collusion on this, and the leader of the free world has been completely deplatformed. Within a matter of 24 hours, Trump's accounts have been disabled or banned from Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They've all come together, even those little ones at the bottom. I don't even know what they are. Mark Zuckerberg took to Facebook today, putting out this statement saying, quote, "We believe the risks of allowing the president to continue to use the service during this period are simply too great, end quote." He continues then, therefore, we are extending the block we have placed on his Facebook and Instagram accounts indefinitely and for at least the next 2 weeks until the peaceful transition of power, end quote. Michelle Obama, for some reason, decides people care what she thinks. She's going to chime in on this. Her statement says, for big tech to, quote, go even further than they already have by permanently banning this man from their platforms and putting in place policies to prevent their technology from being used by nations' leaders to fuel insurrection. The insurrection yesterday where like 50 people without guns just walked around inside the Capitol building. Oh, beautiful censorship. No wonder all of these people love China so much. They love to censor. It's happening right now to the President of the United States. A full censorship. All right, let's check out some tweets, though, that never seem to get banned. They love to go after the president. They love to go after Republicans. We know that. We know that. They do it all the time. But here's a tweet from the Chinese embassy. This is from today. Look at this tweet. I want you to digest what this says. The study shows, they say, that in the process of eradicating extremism, the minds of Uyghur women, now these are the Muslims that live in Western China, that the Chinese are basically trying to exterminate. They want to get rid of these people as fast as they can. They don't want any religion in that country, and these Muslim people, they hate. They put them in these slave camps. It's the most atrocious thing you've ever seen, and this is why people hate China so much, except for, of course, major corporate America and big-time politicians in this country on the left. The Uyghur women in Xinjiang were emancipated, and gender equality and reproductive health were promoted, making them no longer baby-making machines. They are more confident and independent. What this basically is the Chinese embassy bragging about the fact that they're keeping Uyghur Muslims, and here they are loading them onto these, I guess it's a train, to take them to these cattle cars to take them to the slave labor camps in Western China. This is what they do to people over there that believe in a higher power, that believe in God. This is what they do. They take them and they put them in these slave labor camps, and they're bragging about the fact that they're basically making them not have children because they want to eradicate the population. And they're saying, oh, but there's this added benefit. When we don't allow them to have kids, they become strong, independent women. It's serious. It's a real tweet from the Chinese embassy here in the United States. Why this country has an embassy in this country is beyond me. But that's a real tweet. Twitter had no problem with that. Twitter loved that tweet. It's a fantastic tweet. Twitter and China, they're like friends because, they got over 1 billion people over there and they're all on Twitter. And Twitter needs that because it's a business. So that's okay. The president, not good. But that's fine. Here's the Ayatollah, Iran. The nation of Palestine is under various severe pressures. Then the UAE acts in agreement with the Israelis and filthy Zionist agents of the U.S. such as the Jewish member of Trump's family with utmost cruelty against the interest of the world of Islam. Hashtag UAE stabs Muslims. So Iranians often broadcast to the world that Jews are evil, and Twitter smiles approvingly because they don't care. This is a country that yells death to Israel, death to America, all the time. The leadership in Iran is pure evil, and Twitter just lets them go about their business, doesn't bother their tweets. They're fine with that. But Trump saying that the election wasn't fair? Oh.